Yes, sir. Hope everybody's doing well. So today doing some good old venison tips. I got my oil already heated up. Well, really bacon grease because it's wonderful. So I got it heated up and going. So I'll run through what I got here, what's going to be going in to do them, and then I'll throw it in the skillet and we'll get to browning them off. So I got my venison here, a little cubed up, and I seasoned it and let it sit overnight with some Morton seasoned salt with the season all and then the nature seasoning. Then for my rice, I'm doing the little Wilder's beef cubes, just throw in there to get that extra kind of beefy flavor in it. And then once I've got my meat browned off, I'm gonna put in a little package of the au jus gravy, little onion soup mix in my crock pot, and then I'm gonna throw in some bell pepper and then some onion in there too, so we can just cook and have fun together and get to tasting good. So we'll go ahead and get this in the skillet here. Stuff don't want to come out. Get my spatula. There we go. There we go. So all I'm going to do with this, get it kind of browned off, get some kind of color to it. And then once that's done, it's going to go in my crock pot with all the au jus mix, the onions and peppers, and then it's just going to cook until it's tender. So I'll be cooking this off, getting it good and brown, and then it'll go in the crock pot, and that's about all there is to it from there. And then once this is pretty well close to done, I'll probably start on my rice, and the rice is just going to be pretty basic, like I said, except I'll be throwing in the little Wilder's so it can have more beefy flavor into it, and then butter, of course. So I'll be cooking this off, and I'll see y'all back probably when it's done. So let me get to cooking, and I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alrighty, y'all, got my meat here done. So I poured in my onion soup mix and my gravy into here. So this is about 4 cups of water. Get this kind of started mixing up. That way I can pour it over, and that's why that meat can kind of kick in. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in my onions and peppers in the bottom, so it's got something to kind of sit on. And then we'll go in with our meat. Get me a rag, might be a little toasty. There we go. And we'll go in with all of that. There we go. Get that back there. Get that moved around so it's kind of even. And then we'll go in with our soup mix and our gravy pack. Pour that over. There we go. Get that pressed down. Alrighty, so that's about it for this. Get y'all a little close up so y'all can see what it looks like up close. So there we go. So I'm gonna let this go, put it on high, put my lid on. So I'm gonna let this go probably at least 2.5 to 3 hours. Then I'll check it, see how tender they're getting. And then once they're fairly tender, right at it, I'll start my rice, because it'll take about 20 something minutes or so to cook. But that's pretty much it. So now it's just a waiting game and sitting and smelling it for a while. So I'll see y'all back probably when I'm probably going to be serving it up, because the rice is pretty basic besides a little butter and then the little beef flavor in it. But that's it. So I'll let that cook, and I'll see y'all back probably when I'm tearing down. So see y'all in a bit. Alrighty, y'all, I'm back with you here. Got it done. Smelling good. See, it's steaming there. So run back over what we did, and y'all can probably see I got it in a different pot, and I'll explain why we did that too. So again, there's just some deer meat that's seasoned off with the Morton seasoned salt, the 2 different blends. Just did a light coat on each side with each one. Put it in the fridge and let it sit overnight to dry brine, kind of marinate in. And then once I had that done, started on this morning, fried up the deer, get some good color on it. And then into the crock pot it went with the peppers and onions. The peppers I just diced up, the onions I sliced and quartered, and put them in there as well. So once I got that in the pot, I mixed it with the gravy mixture and 1 package of the onion soup mix. 4 cups of water, put that on high, and that went for 3 hours till I got a piece out and it was good and tender. And then I started on my rice, and then rice was just going exactly by the package instructions, except I added in 2 of the bullion cubes and then about half a stick of butter to cook off in there to give it more rich beefy flavor. And that's all there is to it. And also with switching it over to this pot, I switched it over to this pot because I added in some cornstarch and water and made a little slurry so I could thicken it up to make it more slightly gravy-like, so it sticks to you ribs a little bit more, and boiled that off for a minute to get it thickened up. Also I added in about a tablespoon of minced garlic and a few dashes of Worcestershire sauce. I forgot about that. I'm always hungry when I do these videos, so I forget stuff, so y'all forgive me. But that's all there is to it. This takes a little time, and just have to sit back and enjoy the smell for a while. So there's a little bite there. Maybe I'll focus on it instead of me. There it goes. Ah, it smells good. Got that rich, beefy kind of smell to it. Get me a bite. Maybe it's not too scalding hot. Meat's really good and tender. And then you get that rich, creamy gravy taste that's soaked in all that beef flavor from that package of mix. And then you get that beefy, buttery flavor from the rice as well. And then them onions and peppers come through, kind of permeated as well. Yeah, this is good. Real good. Now if you don't have deer, or you don't like deer, you can do it the same way. Just use beef instead. Pleaser. Crowd pleaser. Good stuff. I've got plenty here to chow down on for a while, so hope y'all enjoyed this one. I know I did, because I got to eat it. But anyways, I appreciate y'all as always watching. I really do. So y'all like, share, and subscribe if you want to, if you haven't already. And when you do, you're welcome on into the Head to Tail family there. We'll love you and welcome on in. So thank y'all again, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.